Hello everyone. I'm going to tell you 3 stories about myself today so you get to know me a little bit better. All 3 stories going to be surrounded around sweets and desserts for some reason, and it's no secret I love desserts, so this is why I chose these stories. So the first story goes back into my childhood. When I was about 5 years old, I started to get introduced to different kind of sports, because my whole family was involved in sports all the time. My parents and my grandparents, they all did some sports, so it was quite evident that I had to do something as well. So I tried a little bit of this and that. I tried some basketball and did some gymnastics, as my father was a gymnastic coach, so I had to try that too, but didn't really like it. But for some reason, the most time that I ended up spending was on the tennis court. So this is probably because we got awarded, well, with 5 years old, probably you're crazy about candy, so we got awarded with candies. Every time we hit one ball over the net, we got one candy. So more balls we hit over the net, more candies I got. So this was really fun. So I realized that after a couple of weeks, I was hitting 10, 15 balls over the net. So I had success, I had candies. So what else did I want? It was really fun. And moving on to my next story, candy got transformed into ice cream a little bit. The situation is a little bit similar in a different level, but quite similar. It happened in 2000 in Tucson, Arizona, that I was playing a pro tennis tournament there. And there was this amazing ice cream place right in front of the hotel where I was staying. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Cold Stone. They've got all these mixing ingredients like fruits and nuts and cookies and brownies, and you have to choose a flavor of frozen yogurt, and you mix everything in, and they put it into this amazing freshly baked waffle cone, crispy waffle cone. So it's really delicious. And well, the first day I had to try it, and from then on this was basically the light of my day. So I decided it at the beginning of the week that every single day when I win my match, I go there and I have an ice cream. So this is what happened, and the tournament lasted pretty long, luckily. So I had one ice cream every day, and actually there were days that I even had 2. So when I had my match in the morning, then I went there and I had an ice cream, and then in the evening I had another one. And another interesting fact of this week was that I had an upset stomach. So it wasn't because of the ice cream. It was kind of a virus or something, because other players had it too. So basically what I had the whole week was salted pretzels and ice cream. But it turned out to be pretty good diet, because I ended up playing the whole week and ended up winning the tournament both in singles and doubles, so it was very memorable. And now finally moving on to the third story. It's also related to one of my favorite desserts, which is cheesecake. And well, that happened 3 years ago during my pregnancy, that I had enormous cravings for cheesecake. So from the first day of my pregnancy, I needed cheesecake, so I had to have cheesecake every single day. So in Hungary, we do not have that same kind of cheesecake as in the United States, but I kind of learned how to do it. So I taught my mom as well how to do it. So I asked her to bake one for me every week. So I thought that one cake would last more or less a week, so I could eat one piece every day. But most of the times it didn't last that long. 1-2 days later, I finished the cheesecake, so she had to bake another one. And even the day of the delivery, when we went to the hospital, I didn't have cheesecake with me, and I was crazy to have cheesecake. So I called my mom and I told her, well, bake me one cheesecake as quick as you can and bring it to me so I can have it before giving birth. So that's what she did. She made the cheesecake, ran into the hospital, but it was a little bit late because my baby boy was born at that time. And from that moment on, I couldn't even look at cheesecake anymore. So these were the 3 stories that I wanted to share with you. And well, the first 2 stories happened exactly the same way as I told you. The third one is not really like that. It is true that I love cheesecake, but I didn't have any special cravings during the pregnancy. But I was pregnant and I have a gorgeous little 2-year-old boy. But well, yeah, so I didn't have a whole piece of cake in 2 days. So this was it. That was me, and I'm looking forward to hear your stories as well and to get to know you a little bit better. Thank you for listening.
Great.